USAC's National Midget Tour of the Heartland of America served as the stage for 4 nights of racing that played to packed houses at each stop, with Saturday's crown jewel closer at Belleville serving as the centerpiece. Yet the mini-series serves as a true test who can tame tracks big and small, cushions up against the fence, and others that stand tall. From the physical bull rings of Fairbury, Nebraska and Beloit, Kansas, to the legendary high banks in Belleville, Kansas, these teams witnessed it all within a span of 5 nights. Now, you have the chance to kick back and relive it all in the span of the next few minutes as we welcome you to another edition of USAC Weekly Rewind presented by AMSOIL, the first in synthetics. Outside front row starter Tyler Thomas ripped the top to the lead early on. From the outset, though, defending series champ Tanner Thorson never strayed afar as he took the gamble to try and slide Thomas numerous times, coming up snake eyes on each occasion. Despite the 40-lapper being one of the longest races of the season, for Thomas, conservation was not a viable option. He was down a cylinder and behind the 8 ball before the green flag. Following a caution with 17 to go, Thorson was persistent and knew he couldn't be shackled much longer on the restart. The moment was his this time as he got a run on Thomas down the front stretch, momentarily breaking his momentum before using another run into turns 3 and 4 to grab the lead. From there, Thorson led the remaining 16 laps to win his first of the year over Brady Bacon and Tyler Thomas. Rarely do we have the opportunity to accurately measure the accomplishments of racers in the midst of their careers to those who came before them. After all, that's what record books are for. But when you join a name such as A.J. Foyt in any record book, it's certainly something worth taking notice of. But first, Christopher Bell had to get around Tyler Thomas, who once again looked strong up front at Solomon Valley Raceway. As Thomas began to extend his lead entering the final 10-lap stretch, his night would unexpectedly and heartbreakingly end when he biked it in turn 2 and folded the front end. The shakeup moved Bell to the front, and on the restart, he erased any notion of being second on this night, quickly distancing himself from USAC AMSOIL National Sprint Car point leader Justin Grant in the final laps to score his 3rd series win of the season and became the second 2-time winner of the Chad McDaniel Memorial over Justin Grant and Holly Shelton. Bell's 20th series win equaled the victory total of 4-time Indianapolis 500-mile race champion A.J. Foyt for 31st all-time. Every once in a while, a team discovers the perfect combination. The right driver, the right car, the right setup, the right track, all at the right time. On night 1 of the 40th Belleville Midget Nationals, defending race winner Chad Boat and the Tucker Boat Motorsports crew were in unison as they pulled down a tried-and-true war-tested machine from the shelf that hadn't seen action at all this year. Right from the get-go, Boat set his compass to the north and headed to the front, getting around both Holly Shelton and Brady Bacon, who battled wheel-to-wheel on the opening circuit. On the second lap, Boat worked his way past Bacon and Shelton for the lead, and from there on, found comfort in the middle on a heavy racetrack where he began to break away to a full second lead by lap 5. A nagging head gasket issue would tug at Boat throughout the 25-lap feature, and just after halfway, series point leader Spencer Baston began to track down Boat as they began to ascent on a goulash of lap traffic. Boat arrived at the scene in turn 1 as Terry Goodwin and Jeff Stassa battled for position high and low. Boat split the two before sliding up top to gain a little bit of distance between he and Baston. Baston made one final run at Boat on the final restart, to no avail, as Boat drove to victory in the same car that swept last year's event. Boat's 3rd win in a row on the high banks at the Belleville Midget Nationals is something that hadn't been accomplished since 1979 and 1980 by Stan Fox. All year, the focus for Spencer Baston and the Keith Kunz Kerbagajanian Motorsports team has been winning Belleville. After running second to Chad Boat in 2016's Saturday night finale, then again to Boat in this weekend's Friday prelim, the target was clear. It included pulling out all stops, including a new, specially built chassis designed to take on the Belleville High Banks. After establishing a new 4-lap and 8-lap track record earlier Saturday night, the stage was set for the Lebanon, Indiana native to blaze a trail in his Keith Kunz Kerbagajanian Motorsports machine that no other driver could keep pace with as he separated from Boat exiting turn 2, while teammate Tanner Thorson followed in tow, powering by Boat for second heading into turn 3. By the 3rd lap, Baston's advantage was a half a straightaway, and by lap 10, the lead was a full straightaway. Dissimilar from the night before, the track was wide and vast from lap 1, up on the rail in classic Belleville style. Baston stood on the loud pedal, never breaking stride as he threaded the needle through lap traffic just prior to the midway point. Thorson ably struck with Baston in the second half, yet remained in racing purgatory, not moving forward or backward until late when Baston carved out a 2/10 increase per lap over Thorson to over a second with under 5 to go. A green-white checker finish is practically a 2-lap qualifying run, and Baston was on the clock from the word go. Incredibly, despite 38-lap-old rubber and a track that had seen 38 laps of green flag action, Baston ripped off his 2 fastest laps of the race on laps 39 and 40 to seal the deal for the biggest win in his career and provide car owner Keith Kunz with his 6th Belleville Saturday night victory over teammate Tanner Thorson and Chad Boat.
Chad Boat's been so fast here. He was fast last year. He was fast last night. We didn't have what it took last night, but these guys worked incredibly hard this morning and all day today, making sure we got this thing tuned up just right, and they got it perfectly. The car got better and better as the race went, and my laps I was able to just kind of get out there and get comfortable and just kind of cruise. So, I mean, I'm thrilled to bring home a Belleville Midget Nationals, get my name up on that banner, and this is the place that obviously has had some ups and downs, but we came back this year strong and ready to race, and I'm so thrilled to be sitting up here in victory lane.
Heading into next week's 4-race Pennsylvania Midget Week, Baston extended his point lead to 38 over Brady Bacon, while Shane Golobic, Justin Grant, and Tanner Thorson round out the top 5. This has been USAC Weekly Rewind, presented by AMSOIL, the first in synthetics. I'm Michael McIntyre, and on behalf of the United States Auto Club, Racer Max says thanks for watching, and remember to keep the hammer down and the wheels up.